Hey everyone, it's Jia Lin and welcome to my Draw My Life video. I was born in Malaysia where it's always sunny and we're famous for the Twin Towers and a fruit called durian which is notoriously known for its fragrant smell. This is a family portrait of my brother, my pa, my ma, and that's little me. And apparently I refused to talk until I was 2 years old. When I was in kindergarten, I remembering skating on the floor, imagining it was ice, and then I slipped and fell and landed on my teeth. And I remember there was blood at the time. Growing up, my favorite toy was Bear. I named him Lee Ah Bear. I know, so creative, right? And then I also had a penguin named Willie. Willie was my number one, but I lost him. I suspect Bear ate him, and since then, he's been my most favorite. Pa was always busy traveling for work, so he was hardly ever home. And when he was home, he was pretty strict and always asked us to study. On the other hand, Ma quit her job as a nurse so that she could look after us, and Mum always cared for us. Because Pa worked overseas, we were able to travel as a family during school holidays. I remember traveling to England, Japan, and France, and we even went to Disneyland, but because we were so young, I could hardly remember anything, which is such a waste. My dream would be to one day go to Disney World in US. When I was 8, I thought it would be cool to have short hair, so I cut my hair and I got mistaken for a boy once by a school teacher. My hair grew and I passed the test which allowed me to skip a year at school, and that meant I had to leave my friends that year and join the older kid. My favorite cartoon growing up other than The Little Mermaid was Sailor Moon. I had Sailor Moon everything from stickers, bags, pencil cases, watches, wallets, t-shirts, and even underwear. When I was in high school, I was pretty shy, but soon after I made friends whom I got really close to. We would laugh all the time and our laughter was really loud. People would always comment that our laughter was heard classes away. Because of the fall that I had in kindergarten, I had buck teeth as a result, and I was teased for it in high school, and later on I had to get braces. I also wore glasses and had gel on my hair, so I was a pretty huge nerd. Like your typical Asian, I played the piano, but I hated it because my teacher always scolded me even though I practiced, and I was never good in any sports, hence the height. Growing up, it was all about exams, and I had to attend tuition almost every other day. I was a goody two-shoes until I broke free when college came around. I started wearing contacts more regularly, experimented with makeup, and also dyed my hair several times. I would wear mini skirts and high heels to college. I developed a thing for the color pink. I know, what was I thinking, right? From my bag to my clothes to my stationery to my water bottle, my shoes, and even my underwear were all pink. I'm so glad I'm over that phase now. College was a fun time for me because I made some close friends, and that was the first time I really started hanging out with friends, because before that it was just all studies, otherwise my parents would disown me. So I always got good grades, but after college I wasn't sure what to do. So I thought, why not do medicine? And I was not persuaded by my parents. I got accepted into med school and had a really good time there because I made a lot of close friends. During orientation, there were lots of activities going on, and that was when I joined cheerleading. Looking back, I really enjoyed it because we would spend a lot of time together practicing and just hanging out. That was when I met him. He was good in Kung Fu, but I fell for his heart. We were happy for a while until I got accepted into another med school. I took up the offer because the fees was cheaper, as med school can be pretty expensive. That was when I left for Australia for a year. And that was my first time ever being away from home. Prior to that, I've never even been on like a camping trip. So I felt really miserable and lonely, and I missed him a lot. Initially, I had been hiding in my room and crying a lot, but things eventually got better and I even made a couple of close friends. 1 year passed by surprisingly quickly and I was back home again. Things were happy for a while until I had to move interstate for my studies. That was a pretty stressful part of med school for both of us. He left for US and we broke up shortly after that. I was pretty upset for a while, but life goes on. The major exams during med school was pretty stressful, like a pressure cooker waiting to explode. I thought I was going bonkers. When exams were finally over, it was as if I just break free from prison and it was time to party. When it finally came to graduation, I was really happy. Ma was there for me as always, but at the back of my mind, I couldn't help feeling sad that my dad chose not to attend my graduation for whatever reason. Oh well, at least Bear was there. Internship application was another stressful point in my life. I never thought I'd come back to Australia because I was so sad the first time. But because of better opportunities, I decided to come back. My career so far has been a roller coaster ride. My anxiety worsened at the time and I started reading books to help change my thinking. Reading those books helped me a lot and I thought, wouldn't it be great to be able to do that as a career? And that is how I got interested in psychiatry. After internship, I was pretty fortunate to be offered a job as a psychiatry registrar, but it was a really steep learning curve for me in my first year. And it didn't help that my supervisor at the time only wanted things his way or the highway. I felt discouraged at the time, like I was not good enough because it reminded me of my dad. My next supervisor was really supportive and most importantly, she believed in me. She helped me practice for the interview and encouraged me and I eventually applied for the training program. When I got accepted into training, I was ecstatic. Hallelujah! Since starting med school, I've moved houses like 6 times and now I'm finally closer to the city where my friends are. Sometimes I tend to forget how fortunate I am. I'm learning to appreciate life more and I want to thank all the friends and family who have been there for me all these years. Thank you. And I hope to continue to be part of your life.